morning, everyone. This is Atala, and I am delighted to be here with all of you. And Vive, Crece con Atala. Live, heal, and grow with Atala. Today, I am so delighted because I actually was thinking about doing this podcast in English because many friends has been asking me for, and I say, why not? In life, you just have to try it and do it, especially when you have the best intentions. And the topic that I'm going to bring today is about welcome life transitions and growth. On engage your life transitions and growth, because at the end of the day, everything in life is always in evolution, in transition, and we cannot stop that. But before I started, as always, I just want to thank God for the opportunity that He's given us to be alive, and also for allowing me to just share my life experiences and personal growth with you. So before I started, I just want to ask you a simple question. What is your level of energy on a daily basis? Yes, because what I have found is like when we're going through difficult life transitions or any transitions, sometimes we are not thinking, we are not feeling energized, we are not sleeping well, we're not eating well, and we are just moving in a lot of fear. But can I tell you something? At the end of the day, everything has a reason, has a purpose. And many times we don't need to see it right away. But in those moments, a lot of things are happening. Maybe we're stretching our mind, set, we're cultivating a different kind of perspective. We are growing in our resources because we have to be very creative with us too. But also we're growing spiritually. And not only that, if you think about it, some of the life transitions that you have embraced, and I will share with you some of mine, I found that many people come into my life and the perfect time for the perfect reason. So today I want to invite you to be very open to whatever you are going through in life right now, because I will guarantee you that it will create something in you. Maybe a better person, maybe a better husband, a better wife, maybe a better daughter or son, or maybe a better entrepreneur. Something is practically burning inside of you. I will share with you right now some of my life transitions that many of you already know about it because you guys are very close friends of mine. I have been very, very blessed to have very good friends around the world, but also very supportive in those difficult life transitions. I remember one of them was when I actually decided to move back to Mexico, to the United States. And I remember those moments like if it happened yesterday, but with different feeling, not with that sadness, with that kind of fear about how it's gonna be my life, just with gratitude. Because when I was going through that a transition, that really was very like when you don't know what's going on next, what is you gonna be doing in your future life, especially when you have a little one with you, right? And you don't have a job, and you don't have the car, and then you don't have many things that you used to have. It's not easy. However, I found some very good tips that actually I continue applying in my life and that has shaped my life in many different ways. That happened after I got divorced. I went to Mexico. A lot of people were so worried for me, but I learned the power of really being grateful for the little things, for the big things, for the opportunities, for just also I'm back. Hola, hola. Hi. I'm so sorry because we have been having some issues, technical issues, but it doesn't matter because the most important is the message. The message that I was telling you today is about embracing your life transitions and choose your growth, your personal growth, because at the end of the day, we all going through something. I was talking with a very dear friend of mine recently, and life is changing in many ways for her. However, it's those precious moments where you can see a lot of blessings, people come into your life for many reasons, in where you can develop a different kind of mindset, it's that kind of growth mindset, a stretch, in where you can see possibilities. I will tell you something. When you're going through something very difficult, like the loss of a loved one, maybe you are going through a divorce, maybe to custody, you are moving to another country for whatever reason, just remember, those moments you can create it in advance. Yes. Many years ago, I didn't know that. Now I know that we are creators. We're creators of many opportunities. We're creators of our peace as well. Even though sometimes you don't know how to connect with your own inner peace, remember, choose your words, your thoughts, and actually identify your belief systems. When we're going through difficulties, to those fearful moments, we're moving in fear. Fear develops more fear, right? But also, you have to practice in those moments self-compassion. Yes, gratitude, because it changes the perspective. Actually, also self-love. Don't try to just criticize yourself if something didn't work out in the past that you did. Don't criticize anymore that person, because that is energy. So you are transferring energy into your words, into your thoughts, and obviously into your actions. When we are going through maybe those changes, most of us, we are just blocked. We don't think straight. We don't have the energy. Many people cannot even sleep. But I have found that even in those moments, and I will tell you, I remember also another life transition for me was when I lost my father. I was planning to go to Mexico to just kind of help my son at the university, but everything changes. I saw my father that he was not feeling well, and I just noticed that something was not quite right. I decided to spend just every single night with him, and suddenly it turned that yes, he was very ill. He got cancer, and a different journey started right there. But can I tell you something? I was very, very present, very grateful for that opportunity to be able to be with him on those moments, to connect him, for example, with his own journey, with love, with gratitude. I used to ask him every single day, for example, is this is for you, you are going through something similar, maybe you are taking care of a loved one, maybe you have a friend who is very ill. Think about it. Don't move just in fear, in that sadness, because that generates even more for you and for the patient, for that loved one. But move in gratitude, in love. I remember when I used to ask him, what are you grateful today? He was telling me every single day something different. So you know what? His energy, even the pain, sometimes it was reduced. But also, I used to ask him questions about past, but that bring him in the present joy. I used to play music. I used to just, read books, thanking him for the opportunity that he allowed me to travel in many places in the world. So you have the opportunity to reframe those moments. And I'm telling you, even if they're very difficult, right? Because when you are taking care of a loved one, there is no way that it's a moment for fun and joy, but it could be for gratitude and love. These two elements changes everything, believe me. The dynamic, the connection, the communication with you, with the patient, with the family, the results, the dolor, this is in Spanish, the pain decreases, but also the immune system gets stronger. So I'm telling you about things that they are practical, that you can use it, that you can apply it. Doesn't matter what is the situation. I will tell you another life transitions that many of us we have been experiencing. maybe. It's also when you decide to just say, I don't want to work here anymore, and now I'm going to start my own business, right? I did it this year. And sometimes people come into your life to push you a little bit. Sometimes you just have to take the leap of faith and go forward. Because if you don't do it now, when life passes, opportunities you have to be brave in life. You have to embrace life with open heart, with open arms. And knowing that if you have a vision, that vision doesn't come just for no reason. You have to cultivate it with the best emotions, with the best thoughts, with the best words. And also you have to connect with those feelings, because that's what helped you to motivate you to keep going, to move forward, and to see that when you take action in life, always, always, you're going to get some results. And I'm going to tell you, this year has been full of transitions for me. I quit a job after 16 years, a beautiful job that I love, that prepared me for many things in my life, being able to connect with thousands of people from different parts of the world, especially patients. I was working in a hospital, and I developed beautiful relationships with my colleagues that I call them friends, honestly, and also with many, many patients. To me, that connection, that opportunity really gave me that gift in life to be able to enhance relationships at a very conscious level, to really connect with love, with gratitude, with compassion, with empathy, with kindness, with love. Because when you embrace those elements in your life, you're going to really connect at a human level. And in very difficult life transition, as well as in the most amazing life transitions, you're going to see how everything serves you. This year, I was able to travel many places, but also to see how I have been evolved, how I have been learned that in life, when something is happening, it's because it's developing something higher in me. Maybe I'm getting closer with God. I am stretching my mindset. I am embracing maybe to be more brave in life, to go forward with that vision that God has placed in my heart, in my life. I mean, many things are happening. Also, new people come into my life. So I know that those moments in where sometimes we are complaining, we should be also embracing them. Even again, with gratitude. Remember that gratitude changes everything. Our perspective, our energy. I mean, that kind of joy also, that kind of glasses, the glasses changes. You know, when you start really being grateful in any moment in your life, you're going to see very easy opportunities, gifts, talents. You're going to create better relationships, healthy relationships, which is important in these days. But also something else is happening. When you are embracing those moments with love, also your energy changes. Yes. Have you seen people that they are so attractive? It's not just because they are physically attractive. It's because they have high level of energy, which is very interesting, attractive for people, right? But also their beauty is different. I have seen many times when a person is going through something difficult, how that person also is very grateful. I remember one time I was visiting a patient and she had cancer. So I went there, I connecting with her. I mean, being good support for her in those moments. But she gave me a lesson. Honestly speaking, she was full of love, of life, of gratitude. She never complained. She was always smiling. So do you know, when you see those people, say, wow, what a heart, what a way of seeing life. And that perspective, honestly, helped you more. Yes, strengthen your immune system. In that specific case, her recovery, her chemotherapies were well received. So I'm telling you today that even though right now you may be confronting something, that could be even traumatic. I have been in those shoes too, many, many times. But at the end of the day, you can extract what you want to learn. You can extract also, you can choose How do you want to interpret that situation? Because remember, the interpretation that you give to everything, that's going to give you a result. So based on what you're thinking, what you're interpreting, you're going to have an outcome. So I want to invite you today to think about the specific moment that you're facing. It could be you're breaking with your loved one, you're embracing a new job, or maybe you are actually taking care of a loved one, or maybe your sons are going away now from home. That's another story too I went through. Many things can happen. Maybe you're moving from one house to another house. That's also a transition, because it's about adapting to new environment, a new place, maybe a new city, maybe new friends, maybe leaving your family, all those things, or many of those things I have been going through, but I embrace them. I have learned to embrace them because it changes everything. Actually, I'm excited about the transition. Actually, I feel like, wow, what is coming next? How am I going to grow? What do I want to learn? And I'm even thankful in advance. Remember, gratitude changes. Being kind with yourself changes everything. Be compassionate to yourself also. That will give you better direction in whatever you're going through. Also, something important is like, remember to take care of yourself on those difficult life transitions. Yes, I know sometimes it's difficult. I remember when I went through divorce. I remember when I went through custody. I was just terrible. I was terrified, honestly. But I was also very sad, because you create something in your mind. It didn't happen. But at the end of the day, there is a higher purpose. You continue moving forward. You continue growing, expanding yourself, getting to know more about what are your talents, your gifts, your purpose in life. I cannot do what I'm doing right now if it was not for those difficult life transitions that prepare me to connect to a deeper level with people, to really understand that life happened to every one of us. But I also understand that life is beautiful, that so many things going on in the world, but we can choose how to take care of ourselves, how to embrace that situation, not just from pain, from resentment, from fear, but also with that kind of a connection of saying, I'm learning something, I'm growing, I'm expanding. I know this is preparing me for something bigger. And I'm going to go and face it with faith, gratitude, with love, with compassion, with empathy, because those elements, honestly speaking, can help you in many ways. If we want to talk about benefits, you're going to literally have more energy. You're going to sleep better at night. Who doesn't want to sleep better? You're going to have more peace. You're going to have more joy also. Yes, even joy in those moments. But you're going to have clarity to know what is the next step. You're going to become more intuitive, right? All those elements are indispensable when we're going through changes. Many times, those changes, as I mentioned before, we need to look for those changes. We need to push ourselves, because it's going to be just comfort zone. And sometimes, or most of the time, there is no stretch, there is no growth. So when you decide to just move forward, do it with faith. Visualize where are you going next. Connect with those emotions. Invite those emotions into your life, into your heart, into your mind, because that will give you different energy, different perspective once again. But also, remember to be present. Yes, this is the moment to be present. Your mind, concentrate and put all your energy in where you're going through, but also knowing that there is a better tomorrow, because everything happened. If I can tell you how many times I didn't know what going to be the next step, but I just embraced it. I just went with the flow. And that opportunity to be just flexible. Yes, we need to be flexible in life. Allow me to find resources, allow me to find solutions, allow me to develop a different mentality, allow me to find connections, allow me to be creative, allow me to just say, I'm so grateful for this transition in my life. Now, I want to invite you to do something. Create a list of all the most difficult life transitions that you have been going through. Yes, those ones that are very painful, that they're really kind of used to take away your sleep, your dreams, your energy. And put the next column, what do you learn? And if you have not learned something, I will invite you to just be conscious enough to be present, do some self-evaluation, and write what did you learn? Or what do you want to learn from those moments? I will guarantee you, it will give you different perspective. It will allow you to see how much you have growth, how much opportunities you have been, how many experiences you have been having in your life, but also it will allow you to be ready for the next step in your life. I will tell you, this year in where I have gone through so many changes, from going to Europe to Mexico, also to find that one of my sisters was not doing very well, allowed me to see that I was prepared for that. But I'm a person that I like to take the leap of faith. I don't think too much. I just go forward, because when you think too much, you don't take actions. Sometimes life, again, push you to move forward. But sometimes you have to actually encourage yourself to take that leap of faith and see what is next for you. I know that in those moments, or in every challenge, in every transition, also there are many blessings. And I will invite you to also cultivate on those moments your faith. I believe in God. To me, He's my priority. But also I know many people believe in something different. Whatever can serve you, connect with that higher power, because we all need that strength. We all need that confidence. We all need that kind of support. Yes, because life is not easy. I know that. But also life allows you to choose in advance. What do you want to learn from that experience? Choose in advance. How do you want that outcome to be? Choose in advance. How do you want to release that pain from the past that maybe is blocking you in your present? And if you're embracing another transition, just remember one thing. That transition will pass again, as many others. So move forward, embrace it with love, with gratitude, with that expectancy of something else is coming in my favor. Something else is going to be preparing me for the next step in my life, for the better relationship, for the bigger business. Remember that nothing in life is static. Absolutely nothing. We are one day here, next day we're in another place. One day we have these relationships, and sometimes that person is not anymore in our lives. But many things can serve us. I actually want to invite you also to reflect a little bit on those changes that you have been facing, and select not only how much you have growth, or what do you want to learn from those, but also where those moments has been taking you. Yes, that's different. It's a little bit more of self-reflection, of growth. All those transitions for me allow me to develop a methodology, extracting from every one of the most difficult moments, the gratitude, the love, the compassion, the empathy, the kindness, the forgiveness, and the faith. So now I am using everything I do in podcasts, yes, in trainings, in webinars, in coaching people, because I have found that everybody has something related to those values that can allow that person, or has allowed that person, to confront those life transitions with more grace and gratitude. So again, if you are going through something difficult, if you are feeling just no energy, maybe you are not sleeping, maybe you are just in that circle, negative circle, or in that negative dialogue as well, I will invite you to contact me. I will be very happy to talk to you, to just listen to you, to see how can I help you, how can I serve you. Remember, life happens to all of us, but also we can always embrace it with gratitude, with love, with a higher perspective, with that excitement about what is coming next, not only from fear or pain, but actually from growth. So You can connect with me. You can find me in Instagram as Atala Coach, also here in Facebook as Atala Coach, in LinkedIn as Atala Tovar, and I will share my website. Also, it's www.atalatovar.com. I will be very happy to just connect with you, help you to maybe stretch a little bit your mind, stretch maybe your, way that you perceive right now, right? Things, and especially to connect with your inner peace, because it's so important to me. There is no way that when we're going through difficult life transitions, we cannot cultivate actually our inner peace. For me, that's not negotiable. I don't give it away to the past or to the future. I embrace it, I cultivate it, and I believe with all my heart that I can do this for you too. Again, this is Atala in Vive, Crece. I will be expecting you next week with another different topic, but I'm sure that it will be very beneficial for you. In the meantime, I just wish you a beautiful, beautiful week in where you can embrace life with open arms, with an open heart, and especially those life transitions with expectancy, knowing that you are prepared and that everything you already have in you, resources, knowledge, you can create opportunities, you can unleash your creativity, you can unleash your energy, and also your peace. With love, Atala.